IAG beat down in accumulation phase. That is fine. I'm happy with that. See this is the Fibonacci retracement tool in a sort of pink zone. Anything beneath the 236 is the pink zone. And you can see we're getting sort of various rejections along the way there. 15th December 2020, around about October 21, November 21, February 22, February 23, July 23, and it's sort of just been since then. It's sort of finding its way down. It's in a accumulation phase. I believe it's in a accumulation phase. You may notice there's green, amber, and red. The traffic lights. That's the all-time low, and those are the other lows, low lows from previous areas. So it does look like we've bottomed out. Okay, red low from March '03. That area there from December to '08 to July '09. And here in this green area along there, so touch this green traffic light ready to go forward. December 11, April 12, and August 12. And we are at that low now. It's tested once, it's tested twice. Will it test three times? There is a chance for a triple bottom, and that's a pretty good thing. If it does go for a triple bottom, it's just more opportunity to accumulate. Um, for me, if it's a test and reject, where one's limits are, it's up and down. It's all up and down. Hang on, so it's accumulating. It's just going up and down, up and down. At the moment, it's stuck in this sort of ascending pennant that's been going since January 2023. It's been going for a year with swings. The most extreme swing there was 25% up and probably about 20% down there. 15, it's 17% ish around there. That's to be expected. Again, what have we got there? 12% swing. But these swings are narrowing down, aren't they? So just showing in the weekly, looks like suggesting price action is calling up. Momentum's building up for, you can see that reflected there, the momentum indicator, the RSI, the relative strength index, and also here on the MACD, it's on zero. It appears to be ready to crossing from the bottom upwards. It's indeterminate at the minute. So you have to flip to the daily. So if it's around zero, that MACD, that's a pretty good entry point. That's a good place to enter at the moment. Sort of spinning tops in the daily, suggesting, we're not sure, are we? We're not sure. It's indeterminate. Market saying we're not sure what's going on. Are we going up? Are we going down? But it's testing this sort of area around here, isn't it? Around there. 154 area. So hopefully it will. Would like to see some solid green candles close above there in the daily to sort of say, that's the support. So at the moment, real support, initial support is at 149. 149. Is it going to have a leg up and test here? The technical support of that RSI about that moving average, a 200-day moving average at about sort of 153, 154 area before perhaps moving a little bit above to retrace back down. Don't know. If it does, we've got days and weeks to go. A little trend line through there. Checking out in the 4 hours. Not getting the solid green candles. Lots of spinning tops. Not strong support, just at this area here. This was a good area, something really which made me take notice, and why I went in last week. See beneath the hash line there, things sort of move. There's sort of a swing point. Goes in there. See sort of areas of resistance. So it drops, the price action drops there, and sort of resistance little test up there on the wick, and then rejection and back down. It's a support area there. It's a support area there. It's a support area there. It's sort of a lower before doing that, and again there and there on that W bottom there before moving up. What else? So yeah, that made me take notice, but it did try dropping out. I was like, oh goodness me, and that was a stop out for me. Just about, yeah, it just stopped out because had set just on that previous low there, only just stopped out. Set off my stop loss because I was going long on there, and sort of bought in and around this area. So yeah, just waiting for a sort of a stop limit order for it to come down, reach that price before coming back up again, and so setting off the trade as it bounced down, as the price moved down, anticipating I could see it was going to come up. But when it came beneath that main support line there, I did step it off, and it did invariably shoot up. You see, all beneath there, some fantastic price action beneath there. Lots of what we call inverse head and shoulders, or a bottom inverse head and shoulders type patterns do occur around here. And you do get some good movements upwards from those inverse bottom head and shoulders. Yeah, sort of looking head and shouldery, not sure what it's doing at the minute. It's just price compressing up and in there at the minute, waiting to make a move all the way through. Lots of sort of spinning top looking candles. Indeterminate, the market is saying. Indeterminate. Indecision is what it says. It's been saying for the past few, certainly since last Thursday. You can see here, he's coiling up for something. He's coiling up. Price action. He's coiling up for a move. Which way it goes, who knows? Would like to see some upside. If it does come round, probably testing this area where this line is down here. Anything from 157 right the way down to probably 153. I'm not sure. Is it going to come down again for upwards? Are we going to come down, lose that support, get a spike down, that sort of spring, what they call a spring, way below the support before hammering back upwards with some serious momentum up there, which would be good to see. Yeah, so quite often it does, price action does pop down out of that line before advancing upwards. Something that can happen. It's a bit disconcerting, but once that lower, quite often you get like a long wicked candle, something like that, and that would in that area at the bottom, and then looking for some kind of solid green candle, at least as big as that, in the 4 hourly, possibly in the daily, a nice green candle there on the side, then you're good to go. But also a nice hammer quite often will appear at the bottom of those apexes, at the bottom of those springs there, when it's loose support, bangs back up. But it can be sketchy. Once it's get in the area where it's regaining support, it can be a retest before coming back down again. But before, if it does regain that, sometimes they can just power up like that, and they can pile up, back down, retest before moving up. That's just what they do. Yeah, that's my take on IAG. It's just accumulating at the minute, and it's just a matter of getting the swings in, accumulating more on the swing, buying the lows, selling the highs, accumulating more whilst all along there, whilst all along there, that's the accumulation phase, buying at lows, selling the highs. If the bond is daring enough to get the shorts, that's brilliant. Dare to bear the pressure of trading a short before getting that breakout. So it just bounces around, moving up, which is quite often that's what it looks like it's doing at the minute, before getting some sort of breakout along there. And then anything above there is price discovery. So price expansion is really going to occur there. This area around here, as you see there, very little resistance. So there's no consolidation apart from here at about 278. That's a place to look out for. So it'll be like a knife through butter. And again there, 237 might get some resistance. Going to look at anything, so you got 217, all those areas down there, likely areas of resistance, isn't there? And don't forget, it's bounced off these areas, all this along here, testing, all along those areas, along that 236 area, which is about 180. So he's testing that sort of 180, 170-ish, yeah, it's 170, 180. Significant resistance there. But yeah, again, is it just got to be look for those reversal signals, identify those reversal signals on the swings before, so to identify those reversal signals to go to the low, and again reversal signals up to the high. Look for those reversal signals. I'm looking for those reversal signals, and for buying in, buying out. So back in the hourly. So just get some of those scribbles out of the way. And again, the 4 hourly. And again, there, that's what I was looking at there. Well, I'd seen that, and I'd seen these two here as places to buy in at. This came down. That was a good buying point along there, and sure it has popped up a reasonable percentage last week, about halfway up there, and that was so that's about 4% off there. Apart from that, it's just watching and waiting. It's a bit of a slow mover, but it's one of these things. Good example of something in these. This was a tech stock, Palantir. You may be familiar with it. They've signed contracts with DoD, FBI, government institutions. Recently, the famous redacted contract with the NHS. I've just been to court to get the contract unredacted. The Good Law Project did that. Well done, ladies, at the Good Law Project. Looking for transparency there. I mean, 90% of the contract was redacted, but it's come down, hasn't it? Done really well back in 2020. That was fantastic. Palantir. This is a long on Big Brother, really. So yeah, price discovery, all that sort of stuff, new stock, blah blah blah. It's got the run up. It's got all the hype of the 2020. Everyone's just buying in. Interest rates reversed. Quantitative easing turned into quantitative tightening. Popped down. Redistribution and has settled on the bottom around there, hasn't it? So it's got its discovery spot at about $6.30, $6, something like that. But again, on those swings, 40% swings, 20% swings, well ordered all the way through until eventually getting that breakout along that. See how it just drove straight up towards that 236 and then did that even bother settling? Did that even bother retesting? Hardly, before moving up. Hardly paused to breathe, did it, the market? And they're just slowly working its way up the fibs. So you see it just come up there, just sort of hinging around that 105. Firm rejection of the 618 golden ratio, coming back down, holding support of that sort of 50382 fibs. Nice range in there, broad and expanding range. Price action definitely looking upwards. RSIs were low. That was a fantastic buy. Got the golden crossover on the RSI on the histogram. The going from overbought to underbought and to oversold into undersold into underbought to overbought back again. So, around here that was fantastic. Moving up and again, similar setup along there. Another golden crossover on the moving averages. But these sort of things, say working its way up the fibs to the 786. And overall, even from the 236 breakout up to the 786, that was 100% in less than a year. And from that price accumulation range, with the predominance of the highs, mean of the highs, just getting up to that's 28% up to the 236 up there, working its way up the fib 64, 60, 200 something percent. Going back to IAG, working its way up the fib does show some incredible returns, which is going to take time. Going back in the weekly there, and that's another thing. Once it does get their breakout, looking for that breakout, can't stay down there forever, or can it? It's a good 30%, 50%. You're doing well there. You're doing well, and that's just from the breakout. Never mind the rest of it. 82% on the golden ratio, the 618, 786, strong reversal candidate level there, over 100%, coming up to that £4 range, and then any starting to get in towards here. Once it does get past that, and sustains an upward movement, all of a sudden, past the all-time high, going to be in price discovery area. Oh, wait, all-time high got at 505. Once it's past there, in price discovery area, fantastic returns, hundreds of percent. It's going to take a long time, but it's a slow and steady one, isn't it? It's a slow grinder. Even from a year, so this precise consolidation through here, this range of a pennant, sort of pennant-shaped feature, from that low, perhaps, or from that just within the pennant, from that low to the low there, it's about 12% actually. So, year on year, in a way, that's looking like it's going to be performing outperforming what the forecasts are for S&P 500 index, which is people are looking at like 5% mean on those sort of things in the coming future. Yeah, it's not good, is it?